Hey Internet, Stern here. I'm with Arcanum,
Hello.
Jack,
Hiya.
and Enoch.
Hello.
And we're crossing a bridge. To a cutscene!
Oh boy.
Caw.
At least we crossed that bridge when we got to it.
We did in fact cross that
Down,
bridge.
someone's coming.
Andy
Now,
Rump-
this
Thanks, Handy
particular
Rubble Pile.
area is the city.
He doesn't look healthy.
He is not healthy.
You dare to make a sandwich!
Fair Eye bouncers are real strict. Get out of there, you boozer. Wow. That's some bar.
Majestic.
Is probably the game equivalent of a tauntaun, I'm starting
Wait,
to think.
Scree.
I love it.
I don't know who she is, but this does not look like a welcoming committee.
Yeah, there's no red carpet.
They didn't bring a flag.
Jesus disis includi vit deos jalwenari.
Jalwenai.
They're French. They must be French.
Stupid.
They Care Bear.
I like to
somewhere
think she just
No,
says
no.
stupid.
Caver Bear.
in there. So much different.
Love
Real
the
strict
animations
bouncers.
in this game. That is a lot of mascara.
He didn't exactly scream no.
Oh, he did.
Understand. Divina is known as a noble and just queen. Why would she have someone murdered like that?
She was taken over by
She's the
that
gal she used to be.
mammal ostrich.
The prisoner was no criminal. He was a shaman, a Ferai holy man. He spoke of uncovering Divina's secret and that there were others still loyal to Hearn. We must find out what he meant.
Wonder if Hearn knows about his wife's mean streak.
The answer may surprise you.
I doubt it, and I don't relish the task of telling him.
Yeah, that one. Now, one of the things that kind of bugs me about this game is I've played it again after playing Final Fantasy X. And in Final Fantasy X,
Damn.
there was the Al Bhed language
Have
that
to
started
find
out
another
that
way in.
nobody could really understand it until you found like each letter of the alphabet during the game. And that isn't in this. So I'm never going to really know what that dialogue was. I kind of wish I could, you know?
Alas.
Yeah. I mean, conveniently, not everyone is bilingual at the time you want to, you know, talk to them. It's not like, oh, we're talking amongst ourselves. Let us speak English for the language impaired. And then
I
we
remember.
cross.
Actually,
I
wonder if
remember
they
there
tried
was a
to-
game that it had a undecipherable language like this in this game, but when you actually beat the game, it actually translated the language for a new playthrough. So could have done that.
I wonder if
Yeah.
they actually invented a language. Like, a viable language.
I
Not
really
just
wish I knew
gobbledygook.
what that particular game was, because I can only think of Final Fantasy X. I don't know what this other one was. That actually sounds kind of fun. Welcome to the Poor Quarter. We are now in the city proper.
But it's so
And-
poor.
Yeah, well, it's poor because there's rubble everywhere, I guess.
It's so poor, that's the only torch they had.
Yeah, there's no fire here.
And there are cats in the street. It's just a bad time.
Cats in the
You can get
street
some
with
dogs
their...
in here.
So, I don't know if you've had a chance to see what Scree does in the middle of combat. He just turns
Why are
into
your
an
hands
even
glowing when you
stonier
attack?
version of himself.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, you shouldn't have any special power yet, so why are your hands glowing when you attack?
But yeah, this is about it. You're gonna run around and fight these guys. So many times. Let me check this a little.
And there are rock bands on the tops of the buildings.
Blowing
So
out
many
your
rock
ears.
bands. Okay.
Admittedly,
Oh, they do
everybody
have it.
needs a rock band to follow them. And do
Are you
things
ready
with.
for a stupid bit?
Aren't we
How
always?
stupid.
Well,
Readiness
if you
will depend
happen
on
to
the
have
answer.
had Scree, show up here, get on this one little ledge.
Oh, look, it's a tarot.
It's a tarot card
I wonder
that
what
you
this
probably
is.
would have
Wow,
missed.
I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we already found the goddess.
Arella wasn't wearing a hood. She was wearing weird noble gown things.
Maybe
When
it's
did we
just
see
showing that
Arella?
She is in the hood.
Oh,
We haven't
wait,
seen
right.
Arella yet. We saw Davina, who is the queen of the Fair Eye, but not Arella.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice try, though.
Arella's
Okay.
the lady of order that Scree's all fanboy over.
Yes. Yes. Arella would
My
be
lady
Scree's
Arella.
waifu. Davina is Hearn's waifu. Now, I do kind of find it interesting that when we started out with, the whole Maokai cave and everything, there were, like, Fair Eye bodies kind of littered in that cave and occasionally everywhere else, but there are no bodies in the poor quarter.
More
Like,
people.
They got rid of the poor people.
Well, they don't want to look poor. You can't just have
Come on,
corpses
Jen.
strewn around your city.
You can do it.
Makes people think
There
you're
we go.
poor.
It's a nice pathfinding
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the issues with this game that I've kind of noticed is the AI pathfinding for your partner is sometimes troublesome.
Better than Skyrim.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I forget if it's in this video, but there's probably some a little bit further down that you will definitely see some of the wackiness that occurs with
AI pathfinding is just a general game oddity.
AI. Just AIs in general is a difficult task because you need to corroborate with the idea that a good AI more or less
Someone
kind
must
of
have
goes
secured it from the
unnoticed,
inside.
but a bad AI is really noticeable. So it's probably more beneficial to just do a generic AI, I suppose.
Meanwhile, down this hill,
Yeah, but if you're gonna
These fair eye sure can jump.
not get mocked for your AI, just make one good AI and make that the generic one.
And yeah, that does sound like a nice trick, except in order to be able to make such kinds of AI, you need to, well, put resources into it, and, well, you gotta make do with what you got. It's
Scree.
all of a budget issue.
What's with the glowing
Now,
stuff?
welcome to the fun
Ghost
part.
stone figures resonating with
Remember
fear.
lodestones?
It means I can temporarily
Yeah.
transfer
Like
my
that one
soul
in the
into
screen
any
right there?
statue formed from this material.
Cool.
Cool. Just wait till you see me do it. Then you'll see what I'm made of.
I'm a bad dude. Let me show you what I can do.
Go ahead. That's a
cool,
fine
it is not
statue.
merely
Lovely.
cool, it is spectacular, and I will have
I
you
need the
acknowledge
essence
it.
from more fair eye lodestones before I can shift form.
Dang it.
Okay, calm down. I'll take your word for it. Rocky.
If only she knew.
If only she knew how cool I was. So, I really, really hope you've been keeping track of every lodestone you've found in the game so far.
I haven't.
They never
Because-
tell you which ones you already have.
It kind
There's
of will.
number
It will
3
show
or
you
4.
at least a number. So we're up to 3 so
Aha,
far.
3.
And conveniently, at least for this part, I think that they have all of them littered about in order to just be able to get through
Well, at
this
least
part.
for this, they should give you just enough to do this part.
Yes, and each time you possess, it requires, I believe, 5 lodestones. So we had 2 before, we've gotten
So do
3.
you use them up?
Yeah, it consumes lodestones each time.
So assuming whatever this thing is for a puzzle, if you don't figure it out right away and you, I guess, pop back into screen, because I don't see any feet on that thing,
Oh, actually,
if
no.
you then go
okay.
back, does that require more?
I don't believe so. I think it's a one-time expenditure for each kind of guy. So you notice right
Per
now,
statue.
It did cost 5.
it costs 5, but there were only 4 that were around here. So if we didn't pick up a lodestone earlier, we were kind of fucked. So we
Didn't
moved
they
the light
tell
around.
you about the lodestone before?
It does not mention lodestones really. And no. Ooh, I told a lie. There was one time you got to pick up lodestone. That was when you went down the
Yeah, okay,
thing
that
at
was
the
quite impressive.
villa
A
where you met
rock
Hearn.
with many talents.
That was it. So you had to pick that one up and these 4. Also, in my notes here, it says Abbenagdi. Don't know what that means. Not a bit.
Abbenagdi to you too. It'd be great if all he's doing is just making stew.
Admittedly, this was one of my favorite parts of the time I played like years ago. I just loved Abbenagdi so much. It just sticks in your head, doesn't it?
It's quite catchy.
With automatic wooden doors.
We have found this.
Quips and Binan, you. Why do you interrupt my ritual? What is this? What have you found? This is Jared's. Where did you find it?
At Jared's.
It was lying in an old ruin. There was blood and signs of a battle, and corpses.
My son?
No. 3 huntsmen had fallen in combat, but this
But we
was
only
the
saw one
sign of
body.
Jared.
I must
What?
discover my son's fate.
Does he have a mustache?
Yes.
And find those
Yes.
who have
And a
wronged
glass
him.
eye.
Wait, are those horns coming out of his cheek or just more hair?
That was
Horns.
Horns, I
Lady
think.
Divina coping
One
with
of them
her
has a
son's
gold cap on it.
disappearance.
My wife keeps her own counsel these days.
He's
Well,
kind of a
last time
bad
we
dude.
saw her- What the?
Have the gods answered my pleas, or do they
I believe
mock me?
there was a statement last time about
Scream.
magic.
What just happened? What's he talking
There
about?
may be magic involved in this
Show
game.
me your arms, half.
Just maybe.
Half-breed. There he goes again.
Can you truly be Arella's champion?
Get your paws off me, Scree!
It is true. You don't yet hold the power, but I believe that you
His
are.
chest
All of a
is
sudden, they
glowing.
just create a glowing necklace that he never had on his person before this particular
I
scene.
haven't prepared her for this yet.
Then I suggest you do so quickly.
Sounds like we're going to get some character tension.
Sounds like it's a time for a tutorial.
By the power of Abbenagdi, I have the
White
power.
Motion.
Scree! What's happening? These damn vambrace are burning me.
Be calm.
I think you
You're
mean
merely
damn
channeling
brace.
powers that exist within you. You are part demon, Jan. You were brought into oblivion as a baby. Your soul tainted by the touch of chaos. Hearn has awakened the Ferai within you. The vambrace are merely catalysts for change.
Scree, it hurts!
Your body will be able to adopt
Next
each
time
of the
on Jerry
human
Springer.
aspects of oblivion.
Blood test
The
of
first
you
time
are
Fear
not
is
the
awakened,
demon.
The transition may be painful, but trust me, you will adjust.
Some weird writhing going on here.
What have you done to me?
Stay calm. You are in control.
Really
of
weird
this.
writhing.
You may change form when you desire. There's nothing to be afraid of. Your humanity is not lost. However, you will find that the Ferai aspect has many advantages. Agility, strength, stamina, and if I dare say it, you're far more pleasing on the eye. Sadly, as you may have noted with her, the
did-
Ferai aren't renowned for their good
Did
nature.
Scree just come out as furry?
My point precisely.
She has cheek horns.
Bro, do you even yiff?
Can they still be called cheek horns?
Okay. Welcome to your first demon form. You get to do some fun stuff like change to your other form in a Matrix cutscene. Whoosh. Whoosh indeed. Like that so much, let's do it again.
I'm not going to do this too many
With
times.
special colors.
Uh-huh. So, you now have a Farai form. You're going to do this for pretty much most of the time. You get color-coded things, such as green here for Farai. That is their special color. I don't know if you can figure that out yet. The Farai individ in particular here is pretty strong. I would call them the sort of all-arounder. They've got a better run speed, they have stronger attack, and they can do this cute little jump thing that we're going to see in a minute. The main downside in comparison to Jen, just in human form, is Jen, while she has a pathetic knife that isn't really going to last you very long, she can regenerate health. The demons do not regenerate health.
They're demons.
They require energy. Like in that
So you're going to be popping in and out to health up.
No. No, you don't.
Okay.
Jen's human form regenerates human form health. In order to get demon health, you need to get those things. Scree is going to have to crush some diamonds,
Certain stones in Oblivion
as they will
are
tell you
highly
right here.
charged with the essence of the land. By crushing
I
them,
fuck
I'm
around
able
with the
to
camera some
harvest
more.
this energy.
I love this
I
game.
believe it will be of use to us. More specifically, to you.
How so?
I'm able to absorb the energy that you will need to maintain strength in your demon forms. I can also drain this energy from the corpses of your foes.
A bit morbid.
Yes, well, I'm sure you'll come to thank me for it. You know you can summon demon energy from me whenever you need it, okay?
You know, if it's described as the energy of the land, why can't he just absorb it directly from the land?
That is a good question. They don't answer that.
And if he's a magic rock himself, why doesn't he just give some of his own energy when he's low for you?
Well, he obviously needs it to move around.
I
Yeah,
like
but
to
he's
think of it
collecting
sort of as a
lodestones.
battery, perhaps, varying power.
In fact, are lodestones any really different?
Lodestones aren't going to give you any energy. They're
magic rock,
strictly
they're magic
for
rock.
problem solving. Come on, hit him. Now, one of the things I didn't really touch on in the last bit was there is light attacks and strong attacks. And those are dependent on how hard or how much pressure you apply to
Well,
the...
steal that energy.
Yeah. You're going to be doing this a lot, by the way. Draining health. And occasionally Scree may get over to a guy and drain energy. Maybe. But
And you
sometimes he just
lure
kind
him over to a body.
sometimes he bugs out. It's weird. So you have to take manual control, and well, you're kind of boned because you can't swap out characters while he's doing the animation. However, if he's just controlled by the AI at this point, then, he could do that while you just run around. But it takes a lot of time. You're going to be dealing with a bunch of just mooks to eat, as you can see. But fortunately, the little crystals here, funnily enough... Oh, God, where did he go? There he went. Remember that AI pathing thing?
Yeah, it sucks.
Rubber banding isn't really existent here. But yeah, he gets a lot more energy from those rocks than just bodies. And, well, yeah. So what's going to happen is after every fight, you're going to want to drain health. Also, more cutscenes. I love this guy. Remember how I talked about Tim Burton? I want you to think about Nightmare Before Christmas when you look at his lips.
The true origin of pyramid schemes.
See that? It's like he skips some frames between expressions. Really wish I knew what he was saying. Nice to know didgeridoos exist here. Look at those lips. Is that not the silliest thing?
Sorry to interrupt you there.
Velboft eoso trilacrun.
No further.
Do they know they approach the sacred grounds?
Will you ask?
Doubtless you are right.
We saw your fire, that's all.
We're kind
That's
of
not
asking
true.
everyone.
I didn't see any fire.
Have you seen Prince Jared? We're trying to find him.
And the music.
Spirit! A spirit walking with. Well, why don't you ask him?
I love this guy. So freaking.
I guess you haven't seen him then, huh?
Nobody approaches the sacred necropolis. Even princes. Be warned. Keep away.
What about artists
We
formerly
must
known
travel no
as?
further. The necropolis is sacred to the Ferai.
Scree. Duh! Jared's vanished. Of course he'd never be seen in a place where nobody ever goes. We've got to check it out.
Let's check out the
you said that a bit
necropolis in
loud,
front
they
of the
can hear
guide
you.
that says, "Let's not check out the necropolis." Hi, Tonton. How you doing? So yeah, we go through here to explore some more. And what awaits us but, well,
Snow and trees.
Doom.
snow, trees, and maybe a cat friend. Finally, they tell you you can switch enemies after many, many fights of multiple enemies. You can use the X button to swap, of course. Now, it's kind of annoying. It sort of takes that, you know how in like Assassin's Creed it's, here's a horde of mooks, but we're going to come at you one at a time? Pretty much similar approach, except they're kind of an asshole and they change you at the back.
At least they're polite. They only come one at a time.
They do, but they also have a tendency to swap out who that person is. Like that! You were focused on one guy. You're locked onto him. Now you have to swap. 'Tis maddening. Come on, kill him. Now, I must say I kind of like the Maokai, if nothing... Oh, come on! I like them for the fact that they don't really require finishing moves. So that's kind of a... Hold on, wait a minute. That pillar that we just passed, it's got a human face on it. It looked kind of Greek. What's that doing here? I hadn't noticed that. See?
Ah, look at that.
There should be horns, man. Horns!
Meanwhile,
Alright.
There should be spots or stripes.
The funny thing is, that little, well, that crystal, I believe we'll get past to that in a minute. That is a infinite energy well. So you could basically fill Scree up to the max there, which kind of makes draining the energy of all these Maokai entirely pointless. Doink. Welcome to counterattacks. You're going to be doing a lot of them. But still, admittedly, I don't think as many as Assassin's Creed. I like to think of this and Assassin's Creed as similar to some degree, wherein the criticism of Assassin's Creed was, hey, you're just going to, well, counterattack everything. Also, Lodestone. And another Maokai. I kind of wish that they just brought all the Maokai at once out here instead of just drip feeding them to you. So that way you could only go through the process of harvesting their bodies in one go. That kind of would have been preferable. Just maybe. But yes, we go through the rigmarole of having to heal all the time. And we still need to fill up on stuff. Oop. Even a top off, because this game is, well, there's no level up. Every enemy is at the same difficulty as when you first met them.
Cool.
Which means that they are always a danger. Like, there is always the possibility of even the lowliest kicking your ass. Who would have thought, by the way, to come up here for a freaking tarot card?
So basically, if you see a wall, you can climb it.
Maybe.
Oh, that leg.
Yep. So we go over here,
Right.
after harvesting all the bodies, and then just tap off on everything. And then I get stuck trying to go down a thing.
Actually, can
AI
you
is the
directly, as a demon, take HP from it?
In this form, yes. Wait, hold on. From the stone?
Yeah.
No.
Dang.
Nope.
Why?
Scree always
Scree
has to be your
beer
middle
crush
guy.
it like a frat boy.
But it didn't use his forehead at all.
Okay, like a less posturing frat boy.
He did not sit on it in the slightest.
I said less.
That was less.
Gee, I wonder
I
if
don't
the
know.
necropolis is being used for evil. I love that scream. Now,
Nice yell.
the fun part about getting into this game, like, nowadays is, way back when, I forget if Jack recalls this, but I was bad at this. Like, the idea of having to drain energy was quite common, but I typically wound up completely drained of energy frequently because I didn't block at all. So I just wound up being human gen for the most part, which didn't work out too hot. Come on, you can do it. There's that finisher issue again. Man, I wish that they could do better at that.
Blocking enemies, that's always fun.
Well, yeah,
And the guard breaks.
kind of.
Behind them?
I have a thing for you,
They
actually.
seem to track your movement pretty well.
I am currently looking at the manual for the PlayStation 2. On page 22, it says, press the triangle button during combat in order to make Jen perform a, finger quote, taunt. This can be a good way to provoke a defensive enemy into dropping his guard.
Oh.
Would you like to know what they don't show you in the game?
How to taunt?
How to taunt. Would you like to know what they don't show you in this manual?
Not a
How to
taunt.
taunt?
Combos. Remember how you asked that there were combos? And I
Yeah.
said that there weren't any and it doesn't tell you where? Well, they don't tell you what those combos are. At all. It'd be nice.
Does it at any point, however, tell you why they recover HP just so you can reduce it down again? Because you're finishing them off.
It pretty much says, hey, you're going to be doing this. Now, I love this bit right here because the arrows are going to, well, come at you. Come on. Hit him. Hit him more. The arrows are quite large. And we don't care. Not really.
Ooh, you're getting in quite trouble with those arrows.
I love that arrow.
Yeah,
I
you're
love it so
dwarfing.
much.
Blood splatter.
What can demons do? Become human pincushions.
Push him off the edge.
You can't do that, I'm afraid. There's an invisible wall.
Shim.
Would you like to know another thing that is in the combat? It's fun. You'll like it. Specifically, it says, and I quote, push the left analog stick gently to make Jen creep, allowing her to sneak up behind enemies. Press either the L2 button or the R2 button in this position to execute a stealth kill. This game has stealth kills.
And let me guess, it
I
doesn't
looked
work?
back into this manual after years, and I don't remember stealth kills ever being a thing. I don't even. Now, these guys are the most problematic of enemies because they've got a big shield and they can hurt you for quite a bit. So what you're going to need to do is either use like the spin move to kind of knock them back, or get really good at counters, or just aim for openings. Maybe you luck out, but you're probably always going to take a good bit of damage. A very good bit of damage. Look at all that HP that I had to bring back up.
You really were in trouble there.
At least the energy to HP transition seems to be rather efficient.
It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So, I hope you have gotten all of your lodestones, because with this guy you're going to run out of all of them. Also, apparently you can light the interior as a handy little light. It's fun. Very fun. Let's get more stuff. There are apparently crows in this game. They go caca.
Shouldn't the birds here be a bit more demony?
What, you'd rather go like...
Yes! Broken Stargate.
The Stargate is actually on the other side. I believe this one is just broken. But there is a functional rift gate on the other side of this cemetery, because when you've got a cemetery, you apparently want to be able to teleport into it at a moment's notice.
Especially when it's a legendary or sacred place that nobody enters.
Especially when it is a religiously forbidden area, yes. That's the ticket. The best ticket. So, I bet you're wondering where that last lodestone is. I got lost, and then I smashed a fucking barrel.
How long did it take you to find that?
More than I care to admit. Which was really funny, because what I do for these is I do a run-through before I record. So literally an hour before this, I had this no problem. So are you ready to go into the necropolis?
There's something missing from the lock.
You can't.
There's something missing from the lock.
I wonder if there's any person who happens to have a means of getting in and didn't want anyone to go in to the necropolis.
I don't know.
I wonder.
Listen up. I'm sorry, but there's something you need to know.
She will speak.
That sacred
She
place
love
of
his
yours
lip
isn't
work.
quite so off limits as you think. It's crawling with people.
Jen, allow me to handle this.
We have found
Sir, the
approximately
necropolis,
10
We have
dudes.
evidence of Ferai presence there. Guards, archers.
That's what I said.
You have dared to set your dirty feet there.
Vuvuzela is just in the back doing his
Companion
thing.
here lost her bearings and,
The point is, they are there. You know about that? What are they doing?
It is a sacrilege.
For who?
I'd say they're there for a purpose.
How come Jen's breath
Using the
condenses,
cover
but
of
no one
sacred
else's
land,
does?
Guarded by yourself
How
here,
does he
warning
talk?
people off as a hideaway. And the one who is hidden is Jared.
Magically
Are
forces
you
air
okay,
through
dude?
stone vocal cords?
But who carved out his lungs?
Continue.
Sir, the only path to
Magic?
sanctity, the kingdom's survival, is for Jared to be found, and then Hearn will be able to relinquish his throne. We need to explore the necropolis.
No one passes this.
We're asking your blessing.
Meanwhile, there are soldiers stamping all over that hallowed place.
Stamping with their dirty feet.
Yes.
Such
we're willing
dirty
to get them out
feet.
of there.
No more.
No less.
No more, no less.
Then 3.
Less than 3. you love me? Da 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 da.
You have my blessing. In these accursed days, we look beyond our first desires. Wait for the spirit.
I do not want to know where he pulled that out from.
If you
Make sure to
are
wipe that
to
off.
enter the necropolis,
And wipe your feet too.
you will need this.
See, what were they doing there? I mean, they couldn't get past that door either.
Yeah, that is a good question. How is anyone inside if we just got the key to get inside?
Oh, they found an alternate path.
No
Or maybe they had
kidding.
a spare.
Then they took it out once they went through?
That they took it out with the guards that we all killed? Yeah.
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 But
Come on.
shouldn't they have the stone that they used to open it?
They took
But
the
they don't
elevator.
need to get inside. They just need to guard.
Punch him!
But how did they
Punch him
get
more!
inside?
Punch him! Yes! No.
Where did you come from?
Where did they go?
Unless they were born here in the necropolis.
Born in the... I don't think they were born in
And
the
if they were born
necropolis.
in the necropolis, are we entering the Undercity?
Nah, I don't think so. Personally,
Those
I think the only
finishes,
born
man.
in this necropolis is Matt Damon. Give me my health. Give me my health. Oh yeah.
Ugh.
They always
A
sound like the
centimeter.
first thing a ketchup packet.
Her stance when doing that is hilarious.
Yes. It is either I'm going to try and tackle a guy, or
He just did
I'm
the
gonna
football
drop
thing.
the worst kind of diarrhea.
Well, they've been doing that for a while. Yay, I'm gonna attack. Da.
Yeah, but I don't think
I
it's
like
as
to think
pronounced
that a
on the
lot of this
screen.
is oriented in football, because when they do their counter move, they put their hands up and go touchdown.
Yeah, see?
And I love that because that's their move to try and counterattack you, and you can technically counterattack their counter. So they have the touchdown flag, and you're like, nope.
Times, Gramps. No one touchdown. No one does that anymore. They all
There's no
dance.
touchdowns in Solum. There's only just bashes and claws.
If you dances on the field, it's pretty cool.
Doink. Doink. Get him. Get him. Yeah! The occasional music.
The tunes drowned out all audio.
Yes.
Great.
Now, I find it interesting that... Wait, hold on. I'm trying to figure out if the walls are coated with books or actual coffins. Because I don't think I really looked too closely at that. I kind of... Oh, wait. Nope. No, that's a body. Okay. They're coffins. It's not a library. Everything's legit. I love these cards. Just smash them. Smash them! Yes!
Good job. You did better on that shield guy.
Yeah, I did better. Yeah, you start out kind of shit, and then you get a little bit better, and then some other guy shows up and says nope. And then you drain his corpse.
But not all of it.
Yeah.
You're
And
full
then the
on
rest.
corpse juice.
And then the rest of his corpse juice.
Way
Come on,
too
Scree.
heavy. Let's try it together.
Really?
Together.
Together indeed.
And it's so heavy it just stays in air.
It stays in air, man.
It's
Just
two
Got a
locking
latch or
positions.
something.
Stays in air.
Oh, what's that over there? Yep, nope, more fighting.
More fighting. So far, how would you summarize this game? Like, if you were to describe it to a guy, how would you describe it? Wow. All right. Good. Would you like to know how I would describe it?
Yes.
You're gonna need to ask all this stuff after the fighting is over, because I can't hear you at all.
Rock music drowns you out, man.
Rock music does
The
drown out.
tunes are really jamming.
Let me see if I can lower that a little bit. How does that work out for you?
Well, there's no rocket
I don't know.
music.
You have to get in a
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
All right, fine.
Fight.
How would you describe this game, just offhand to someone?
Huh.
Rockin'.
Action, exploration.
Nothing
There's a lot
related
of
to
rock.
anything else, just pretty much that?
Just the rock is overwhelming.
There's
The rock is
music,
overwhelming.
There's rock people. There's rocks around us.
Buildings are made of rock. The people are made of, well, a person is made of rock. But
I'm sure there's
he can
more.
turn into other rock people,
He can possess other rock people, apparently.
or parts of them.
Yeah. Would you like to know how I would describe this game to someone new? Anyone?
Go ahead.
Alright. I would go something along the lines of this. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. You're comatose, a ghost, your boyfriend's MIA. It sucks you're stuck inside a world of fear. And your only friend's some rock guy whose eyes come up to your rear. When playing Primal, you grow horns, eat folks, then poo. You got some sick tattoo, and sometimes you see it glow. That's the description.
Well, I'm not seeing it sometimes glow. It's been constantly
Come
glowing since
on,
you've been a
move
demon.
it, damn it.
Because you're a
Maybe.
demon. Yes.
And
we go.
considering
Much
that
better.
crystal you just picked up, that increases
totally
demon
good.
energy,
Hey there.
turns several different colors.
Actually,
It's
that
Jared.
crystal acts as as I recall, a fairy, like in Ocarina of, or a Zelda
Your
game.
father has been wild with despair.
It's an extra try,
Take
basically.
it easy. Come on, let me get these chains off you.
What happened to you?
Also, we found Jared.
Some moons ago, I was attacked by that fiend who sits at my father's right hand.
I'm assuming since
do you
his
mean?
text is green, he'll be our ally.
Chained
Maybe.
here ever
Or he's a
since.
fairy.
Forced to listen as she came
Have all
back,
fairy been
told
talking in
me
green?
of each new act of wickedness
No.
inflicted on my people. Each trick
No, they
which
haven't.
played to inflame my father's misery.
What? Wait up. Davina did this to you? Your own mother?
No! Not my mother. That thing that calls itself Davina. That lies down with my father set on choking out my bloodline. Bringing this realm to its knees. That thing is an imposter. A shape-shifter, not born of this land.
Highness, how can you be so sure when even your father, the king, suspects nothing?
She couldn't resist telling me. Smiled and said my mother lay in a chamber nearby. This imposter often goes there. I've heard chanting. Terrible noises.
Well, let's go and see if we can get in there then.
She's no fool. It'll be locked.
Like you were?
Ah, fine. I was only...
And the key?
Well, we have a rock guy.
If it's anywhere, the key may be in her rooms at my father's fortress. Yes, she suddenly took to keeping her rooms heavily guarded just before I was abducted. Now, if we...
Oh, it's sleepy time.
You must help me.
She's had a big
She
day.
has had a big
His
day.
horn held all of his
If I
power.
only had strength. We have to.
Save your strength, Highness. It is best that no one knows that we have discovered you here. Rest now while we find this key.
Also,
Yeah,
if you
I never
squat
think
like you
I
drop a
have
deuce, we
untied
can heal you up good and proper.
My friend, I am truly grateful for your help.
Just put your arms up a little bit.
I can sense your
A
strength.
little more.
Even if you do not have the look
Guess not.
of a warrior.
Actually, can we use that energy to heal others?
No.
Wouldn't say that if you'd seen her.
No, we
earlier.
can't.
It's not plot energy.
It's not plot energy, of
Okay,
course.
then, Muscree, let's,
But it heals
let's,
demons.
head for the fortress.
Hey, not plot.
Only a
It's
special demon.
combat energy.
Yeah, but we're special demons who can turn into people.
We will
Yeah, she's
return.
half
Take
demon,
my
if I remember
business
correctly.
card.
Yeah, she's only half demon. That energy should only take half effect.
Button it, Scree. We got a fortress to raid.
Let's go raid that fortress.
Alright, let's put on our Payday 2 masks.